Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in thanking the Waterbury Police Pipe and Drum Corps. The 2019 post-university commencement has officially begun. Please remain standing for the singing of America the Beautiful and the Invocation. I would like to ask Erica Parega, Dean of Students, to come forward at this time to sing. At this time, please welcome John Hopkins, CEO and President of Post University.
Well, thank you, Dr. Bainey and Dean Parega. Now, I would say that was a grand entrance. Huh? The Post community has significant representation of students who are active military or military families. And at this time, we wish to pay tribute to those men and women who have honored our nation with their commitment to the armed services. We honor the memories of those who have passed and thank them and their families for their brave service to our country. Please join me in a moment of silence in their honor. Thank you. And now I'm pleased to introduce the Reverend Joseph Chabot of Litchfield Hills Church to give the invocation.
Good morning and congratulations. Right before we were to enter into the building, Salim looked at me and said, "Reverend, keep it short." And so in his honor, Salim, I've cut my 22-minute invocation down to 20 minutes. An invocation is a prayer as a request for the spiritual presence and blessing of God. In a ceremony such as today's commencement, to invoke is to call upon earnestly. In the context of prayer, it's a serious, intentional calling upon God to grant his presence. In the book of Psalms, the 54th chapter, the 2nd verse, David said, "Hear my prayer, O God, listen to the words of my mouth." Let us pray. Hear my prayer, O God, listen to the words of my mouth. We invite you today to fill this commencement ceremony with your divine presence. O God, we thank you for the graduates, their families, and friends that have loved and supported them over the years. O God, we thank you for the faculty that have invested a very piece of themselves into the lives of each graduate. O God, we thank you for the administration and staff that work tirelessly behind the scenes to support the students' success. O God, prepare the hearts and minds of these graduates to reflect your greatest quality, love. Love for you, love for themselves, and most of all, love for their fellow man. We ask this in the name of your Son, Jesus. Amen.
Please be seated. Thank you, Reverend Joe. Appreciate it. Graduates, family members, friends, faculty, staff, and honored guests, welcome to Post University's 129th commencement ceremony. I want to take a moment to welcome those students who could not travel to the campus today, but through the wonders of technology, they're able to join us virtually through a live video feed on the website. We are delighted that we can share this occasion with all of our graduates. So to all of you joining us through live stream, welcome. Please know we will only be reading the names of those who are present and walking today. But all graduates' names will appear. They'll scroll across the screen on our live streaming. So for all of you who may have completed your studies and indeed graduated but could not join us, we honor you as well, and a very big congratulations. It's my pleasure now to introduce our dais and special guests. I ask that each person stand as I call his or her name and remain standing. And you can please hold your applause until all of those recognized are standing. Mr. Michel Nashawn, chef, author, founder, CEO of Wholesome Wave, and today's commencement speaker. The Honorable Richard Blumenthal, United States Senator for the state of Connecticut. Dr. Thomas Samp, Post-University Chancellor and Trustee. Mr. Salim Nujaim, the Post-University Board of Trustees. Mr. Mark Chesney, Post-University's Vice President. The Honorable Neil O'Leary, there you are, I haven't seen you. Our terrific mayor of the City of Waterbury. Mr. Bobby Reese, Chief Operating Officer. Mr. Greg Tyson, Chief Information Officer. Dr. Paul Sequeira of the Post College Foundation. Ms. Vicki Wisenhant, the Chief Experience Officer. Dr. Elizabeth Johnson, Provost. Ms. Teresa Morangan, the main campus valedictorian. Dr. Terry Bainey, a professor of history and political science, as well as today's Grand Marshal, and has been teaching at Post for 47 years. Terry, you started before I was born. I'm just saying. Miss Erica Parega, Dean of Students. Mr. Andre Masser, President of the Student Government Association. The Reverend Joseph Chabot of Litchfield Hills Church in Bethlehem. Dr. Dana Wilkie, Assistant Provost. Dr. Jeremy Bauer, Dean of the Malcolm Baldrige School of Business. Dr. James Whitley, Dean of the John P. Burke School of Public Service and Education. Dr. Dylan Klein, Dean of the School of Arts and Sciences. And Miss Abigail Nemec, Program Chair for Equine Studies and President of the University Senate. Please give them a round of applause. Thank you. Thank you. I would also like to recognize a few special guests in our audience. The family of Teresa Maragon, our main campus valedictorian. I know you're out there somewhere, I just can't see you. Oh, there you are, right there. Dr. Don Morose is the former president of Post University, and his wife, Susan Lapine, who also worked at Post University and the former accreditation liaison. Dr. Morose and Susan, there you are. Allison Samp, the wife of Chancellor and Trustee Dr. Thomas Samp. There you go, Allison. And the family of Michelle Nashawn, today's commencement speaker, his wife Lori and daughter Courtney, somewhere out there. The family of the late Peter Chepia, who was the program chair for legal studies. Are you out there somewhere? Yes, there you are. And administrators from Highville Charter School and Change Academy in New Haven, who are here for their students in the high school academy earning their degrees. I'd now like to ask the faculty to stand. Please, thank you. Yeah. They, at the very least, deserve that applause. This is a group of people that have worked tirelessly to bring you to this day. And I am so proud of these people who work with, they just are absolute professionals. They are the greatest asset of post-university. They are simply the best. Thank you. And I'd also like to recognize with a round of applause for our staff, many of whom are here today as volunteers, but they have worked hard, not just for today. The staff has been here throughout your journey. Oftentimes you don't see them, but they are dedicated to your success. So a very good round of applause for our Thank you. Today is a very special milestone for graduates and their families. It's a day of celebration and a demonstration of the pride in our graduate successes. It's the culmination of years of hard work and perseverance, and no doubt a lot of help from others. You may or may not have realized by now that college is far more than learning the tactical facts of a particular subject. It's more about the maturation process as part of your lifelong evolution. It's about instilling discipline and training oneself on the art of thinking and communication. And perhaps most importantly, it's about establishing your values. While your diploma opens doors, it's not all that's required for a successful life. That diploma gives you an opportunity to go beyond your core curriculum, and everything from here on out is an elective. Choose those electives with guidance from your heart and your values. And as you get to the top of your mountain, be sure to look back to help those who are next in line. And now I'd like to invite our distinguished Mayor, Neil O'Leary, to give greetings from the City of Waterbury.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. And welcome to Waterbury, and welcome to our magnificent Palace Theater. 129 years. Post-university has had presence in the city of Waterbury. That is absolutely amazing. 129 years. I'm truly honored to be here this morning to say a few words in recognition, of course, of United States Senator Richard Blumenthal and President and CEO John Hopkins, his incredible leadership team, the great faculty that you've recognized, and of course, our graduates receiving their degrees 2019 and their families. It is, first of all, it's such a beautiful day. The sun is shining. We're so thrilled to have you here. We're so thrilled to have this ceremony inside the Palace Theater. in downtown Waterbury. And I'm here as the mayor to just extend my deepest appreciation to Post University, President Hopkins, for the stakeholdership and support given to the City of Waterbury, not only for the past 129 years, quite frankly, but certainly the last several years have made a tremendous difference here in our city. As you all know, the presence of Post University in downtown Waterbury has been transformational. Only several months since moving into the Holland Hughes building, it has brought the 400+ employees have brought new life and energy to downtown Waterbury. And I can thank you from the bottom of my heart, not only for all the merchants in downtown Waterbury and the residents of downtown Waterbury, but the residents of the entire city of Waterbury, as we're so excited to see Post's presence in downtown Waterbury. It's made such an enormous difference in all of the city. Thank you. Thank you. As mayor, I can't tell you how delighted I have been over the last several years to work so closely with Post, and particularly Mr. Hopkins. I can't tell you, for quite a time, we were on the phone almost daily, and visits both to City Hall and up to the campus, beautiful campus on Country Club. And every time I get out of the car on that campus and I walk around, I'm just so thrilled and excited to be there. The energy and the life on that campus is amazing. So I congratulate all of you. I would love to stay here for the entire ceremony. I was telling President Hopkins and Senator Blumenthal, my daughter's a senior in high school, captain of her crew team. We have a big regatta that starts in about an hour in Woodstock, Connecticut. So don't tell anybody if I break a few speeding rules on the way up there. But I did not want to miss this ceremony today because I wanted to make sure that all of you in the world of Post University understand how grateful and appreciative we are to have you in our great city. Thank you all, and God bless you.
Thank you, Mayor. Now I'd like to invite our Chancellor, Dr. Thomas Samp, to give greetings on behalf of the Board of Trustees.
Good morning, graduates. Good morning, guests. You're probably looking at me and wondering, why is this guy wearing this hat? Well, one, I'm a big Post fan. So that's one of the reasons. But the real reason is, if you've ever lived in Connecticut, which many of you do, you realize that it can rain, and it has rained on graduations. It has been sunny like today. It has stormed. It has sleeted. It has done everything. And the only thing I can say is, when you have a hairline like mine, you need all the protection you can get. So I've bared my head, I'll bare my soul, and hopefully give you a welcome from the Board of Trustees. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, faculty, staff of Post University, it is indeed an honor to welcome you to the 129th commencement. I think we keep repeating that because we're so impressed with the fact that we've been in existence for 129 years in Waterbury. Today, we honor the accomplishments of nearly 1,500 graduates, most of whom earned their degrees while balancing work, family, and a myriad of other responsibilities, and most of you know what that really means. Getting to this point has not been easy. You've spent countless hours reading, writing, thinking. You've stayed up late too many nights, completing assignments and maybe doing some other things. You've sacrificed time with your family and your friends. You may have acquired some debt, perhaps a few new wrinkles, and some of you may have lost some hair. But along the way, you've made new friends, you've set a good example, you've broadened your skills, you've expanded your career opportunities, and most importantly, you have achieved something that will be with you a lifetime. You are not only an inspiration to your family, your friends, your colleagues, you are an inspiration to the entire Post community. I want to offer a special congratulations and thanks to the spouses, the children, parents, grandparents, even friends who share this day with you. Their presence is a testament to the deep love and support needed to make days like today possible. I also want to thank the faculty and staff who helped you achieve your goals. I know how much this means to them as well. It is the reason why they do what they do. Although this day may seem like the ending of a long journey for most of you, it is only the beginning of the next stage of your life and your career, one that we know is filled with promise and potential. On behalf of the university, I want to thank you for sharing such an important part of your life with us. And from the Board of Trustees, our congratulations, best wishes, and continued success. Thank you.
Thank you, Tom. I neither wear a hat, and I evidently didn't stay up late at night. Salim? Again, thank you, Dr. Sam. Richard Blumenthal is serving his second term as a United States Senator from the state of Connecticut. Senator Blumenthal has served an unprecedented 5 terms as Connecticut's Attorney General, fighting for people against large and powerful special interests. As Attorney General, he advocated for reforms in the health insurance industry to assure critical health care coverage and lower pharmaceutical drug prices. He has worked relentlessly to eradicate corruption in state government and make state contracting accountable, fair, honest, and transparent. From 1977 until 1981, Senator Blumenthal served as a U.S. Attorney for Connecticut, prosecuting drug trafficking, organized and white-collar crime, civil rights violations, consumer fraud, and environmental pollution. Senator Blumenthal graduated from Harvard College and Yale Law School, where he was editor-in-chief of the Yale Law Journal. We are most honored to have Senator Blumenthal greet our graduates and be part of our celebration. Post-university, families, friends, graduates, please let me present United States Senator for Connecticut, the Honorable Richard Blumenthal. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. And I am really most honored and delighted to be here on this beautiful day. I kind of missed the tent and the torrential downpour and the lightning. No? Well, maybe next year. It is really an honor to be here with 2 great leaders, Mayor O'Leary, who is indeed the terrific mayor of Waterbury, and Michelle Nashawn, a leader in nutrition and food science as the founder of Wholesome Food, and to be here with, as well, his family, his wife Lori and daughter Courtney. Thank you for being here. And with the wonderful faculty of Post University, thank you for your great work. Thank you for all you have done. And of course, with the loved ones and parents of the graduating class of 2019. You should never forget, you didn't do it on your own. They were there with you every step of the way, providing support and help when you needed it. I want to say a particular thank you to the men and women who have served in our armed forces, not only the graduates, but also everyone in this audience who has served. I'd like all of you who are veterans to please stand so we can thank you and recognize you for your service. You are the reason that I can stand here and say whatever I wish. You are the reason that we have academic freedom at Post University and schools throughout our great nation. You are the reason that we can worship as we please this weekend and gather with our families without fear of an autocratic or dictatorial government. And so we thank you. And I want to thank as well the students who are graduating today. You are our future public servants. You are citizens of the greatest country in the history of the world. And you are graduating from one of the great academic success stories of the United States of America. That's Post University. You should be really proud. You should be really proud of this great school. You've already demonstrated that you will be leaders. You have helped ignite movements against gun violence. You've lifted your voices in favor of opening the vote and better health care. And you have demonstrated by persevering through this process that you have what it takes to make America even greater. And so for you, but most important for your younger brothers and sisters, for students who will follow you, I hope that you will join in the movement to make college debt-free, to make sure everyone who wants to go to college can do it without leaving with the staggering financial burden that some of you have, and in this season, countless other students will leave college bearing. So I can pledge to you that I will continue that fight because it is about the future of our country. I want to say, finally, congratulations to the class of 2019. You have earned it. Enjoy it and celebrate. Thank you very much for having me today.
Thank you very much, Senator. I'd now like to ask our Dean of Students, Erica Parega, to come forward.
As Dean of Students, it gives me great pleasure to introduce Andre Masser, President of the Student Government Association, to present the senior class gift to the university.
At this time, I would like to ask Mr. Hopkins to join me at the podium to receive the senior class gift.
Thank you, Andre.
The senior class gift this year will be enhancements to the basketball courts.
To the basketball courts.
Yes.
Terrific.
I think you'll like it.
Do we get a chance to go one-on-one?
I'll take you on.
I was kind of hoping you'd say no.
I'll let you have Mark Tesney, too.
Oh, thanks. All right, thanks. Great.
I'm trying here, you know? I would like the university bell will now be run by the Student Government Association Vice President Michelle Aberini.
Seriously, thank you, Andre, Michelle, and the entire class. I'd now like to call Dr. Elizabeth Johnson, our provost, to the podium.
Good morning. Today, you officially become members of the Post-University Alumni Association, an ever-growing network of postgraduates reaching around the world. As our recessional leaves the theater at the conclusion of commencement, you'll be presented with a gift, a reminder of your lifelong connection with this alumni network. Together, we can do great things. Keep in touch, find us on social media, visit often, and help us shape this association to serve you, our graduates, as best we can. Here to sing Post University's alma mater is your fellow graduate and Post University's Director of Student Activities and Diversity Programs, Scott Towers.
College days are filled with light, learning's lamp here burning bright, arts and science and careers flourishing throughout the years. On our campus hilltop high, learning's limits are the sky. New beginnings never late, alma mater celebrate. May these days in memory at Post University cause our spirits to take wing. Post, oh post, we sing to thee.
Well, thank you, Scott. That is simply amazing. I sound that good in the shower, but man, you just hit it out of the park. And now I'll ask Dr. Johnson to come forward for the valediction.
Thank you, President Hopkins. One of the best parts about being provost is I have the honor of choosing our valedictorian. It is never an easy decision, as so many of our graduates have high GPAs and impressive extracurricular activities. Yet each year, one student stands out among his or her peers. This year was no different. I am pleased to announce that your 2019 main campus valedictorian is Ms. Teresa Marangon. Teresa is an international student from Trieste, Italy, who is fluent in 4 languages. She has completed both a Bachelor of Science degree in accounting and a Bachelor of Science degree in business administration, each with honors program distinction. To broaden her study, she added a minor in legal studies and pursued a personal interest with a certificate of forensic accounting. Teresa plans to sit for the CPA exam this summer. Yeah, right? She has received numerous academic recognitions, including the Crowe-Horwath Excellence in Accounting Award, Post University's Accounting Excellence Award, and is a member of the inaugural class of Baldrige Scholars. Teresa is a member of Alpha Chi National Honor Society, Delta Mu Delta International Business Honor Society, and was named on the President's List every semester. She also represented the honors program as a presenter in 2 Northeast Regional Honors Council conferences. Teresa has contributed her time, talent, and leadership to the Post community as president of the Business Society, vice president of the Accounting Society, campus representative for Becker's CPA exam review, art department darkroom manager, and has helped numerous students as a tutor in our University Learning Center. Her commitment to a year-long tax internship with Praxair Corporation is further testament to her work ethic as is her stellar GPA. Excited to begin her career, Teresa is currently interviewing with public accounting firms in Virginia, where she plans to call home. Please join me in welcoming to the podium, Teresa Marangon.
Thank you, Dr. Johnson, for the wonderful introduction. Congratulations, class of 2019. We survived this crazy roller coaster ride that college was. Now, I can speak for the master program graduate, mainly because I'm way too broke to even think about grad school. But imagine that it was no walk in the park either. I would like to first thank a few people that made all of this possible. Mamma, papà, grazie. Senza di voi non ci avrei mai fatta. I want to thank my brother for not turning my room into a game room or man cave like he said he would. I want to thank my significant other for always being there for me dealing with my breakdowns every time I took an accounting exam. He thinks those are over, but thanks to the CPA exam, I still have 4 more to go. I want to thank my best friend, Victoria. You have been the best roommate I could have ever asked for, and I look forward to what the future will bring us. When I was told I was going to be valedictorian, I decided I wanted to avoid the classic cliches. However, there is one I must include. For the 3rd year in a row, the main campus valedictorian will thank an amazing professor that went above and beyond to help me and other students succeed. I want to thank the professor who changed my career forever. Thank you, Professor Taddy. She not only talked me into being an accountant, but she also helped me with my resume, my taxes, my cover letter, and she always made sure I was interview ready. Last but not least, I want to thank my friends, especially Angela and Jake. Not only did they ask me to be included in my speech, but they also made surviving college easier. Angela saved me when I almost lost a very important check to the copier machine. And Jake's humor and point of view on things just makes it harder not to laugh at various situations we had to go through. Well, with those out of the way, I would like to enlighten you on some important concepts that I've learned throughout my 4 years here. And I'm sure you learned many important life lessons as well. First off, it is not true that you cannot wash your white t-shirts with your colorful clothes. Just set the washer on cold and you should be fine. Second off, debits must equal credits. Finally, I learned that whoever said that college would be the best 4 years of my life definitely was not an accounting major. If you don't believe me, try to spend an entire weekend working on a bankruptcy problem, or even trying to write an interesting paper about buildings and depreciation, and then get back to me. All joking aside, I want to share a quote that I particularly love by Vince Lombardi. The dictionary is the only place that success comes before work. Hard work is the price we must pay for success. I think you can accomplish anything if you're willing to pay the price. In my opinion, this is the best quote that summarizes college and life. We all have different stories, different backgrounds. We all overcame different struggles, and we all have a common goal: finish what we started and get our degree. The price we paid was different for all of us. Late night studies, passion studies on books, as opposed to hanging out with your friends, being far from your loved ones, fights with your friends, and many, many rejections. However, we didn't let that stop us. We got back on our feet, we turned in our assignments, we took the exams we needed to take, and now we're here at the finish line. But college wasn't all of it bad. College was the place where we found out what we actually like and do not like. Thank you, post-university, for forcing us to take mandatory electives. Without you, some of us would have never become master ceramists, photographers, and would have never taken minors unrelated to our course of studies. I personally came to college thinking that I would never enjoy public speaking. After 4 years of college, after presenting at the National Regional Honors Conference twice, after every group presentation I had to do, and after standing here in front of you, I can say that I still don't like public speaking. College taught us to be ingenious and work with the resources we were given. I will always remember the early mornings spent outside my car trying to sweep and scrape away inches of snow and ice. I will always remember the struggle of coming up with interesting responses to the many discussion boards I had to write and read. You know, after a while, we run out of way of saying, I agree, good job. College was supposed to prepare us for real life, and it did in a way or another. We all went through different experiences that shaped us into the people we are today. We all learned what we're good at, what our passions are. My hope for us is to always remember what we learned about ourselves, to keep working hard until we see our dreams come true. In a few moments, we will line up, our names will be called, we will walk across the stage, we will shake hands and take pictures. We will do all of this to receive an empty folder with post-university logo on it. The truth is, the fate of our degrees is in the hands of the United States Postal Service. So, when the mailman or mailwoman hands you your degree, make sure to shake their hand and get a picture. Not only will that picture make a great Instagram post, but then you will finally be able to fill that spot on your wall that you reserved for your diploma the day you enrolled. Now, before I leave, I want to quote one of my favorite characters, Ted Evelyn Mosby, from the television series How I Met Your Mother. If you're not scared, you're not taking a chance. If you're not taking a chance, what the hell are you doing? Class of 2019, don't let fear stop you. Take any chances life offers you, because you never know where the path you'll take will bring you. Buona fortuna, buena suerte, bon chance, and good luck to all of you.
I don't know, Teresa, you are a very special person. And thank you for that wonderful speech and for making the Post community so proud of you. I want to now introduce our guest speaker. A commencement speaker should inspire our graduates. And as you listen to Michelle's story, he takes inspiration to a whole new level. He's a world-renowned chef, author, food equity advocate, and founder and CEO of Wholesome Wave. Michelle is a 3 times James Beard award-winning chef. And for those of you who don't know what that means, it's like the Oscar of the culinary world. He has over 30 years of leadership advocating for a more healthful, sustainable food system. He is founder and CEO of Wholesome Wave, co-founder of the Chefs Action Network, as well as founder and partner with the late actor Paul Newman on the former Dressing Room Restaurant. He's also the author of 3 cookbooks focused on sustainable food systems, and social equity through food. He was instrumental in securing $100 million in funding for the Food Insecurity Nutrition Incentive Grant. That was within the federal farm bill that brings nutritious foods to those who otherwise could not afford it. Michelle is a lifetime Ashoka Fellow. He serves on the board of the Amazon Conservation Team and on the advisory board of the National Young Farmers Coalition. The James Beard Foundation honored Michelle as the 2015 Humanitarian of the Year. I can tell you he is an amazing man, and we are so honored to have him speak today. I'd like to present to you Michelle Nashawn. Michelle, as an acknowledgement of your years of leadership and service, the faculty and associates of Post University would like to present you with special recognition. And I'd like to ask Dr. Johnson to join me at this time to give you that recognition.
Thank you. President Hopkins, members of the Board of Trustees, and faculty members, as Provost, it is my distinct pleasure to present Michelle Nashawn for an honorary doctorate in humane letters.
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees and with the unanimous endorsement of the faculty of Post University, I do hereby confer upon you an honorary doctorate in humane letters with all of its rights, privileges, and honors.
Wow, I've been hooded. I've spent most of my life getting hoodwinked. So this is like super, super special. So thank you, John, so much for this incredible honor to your executive team, the faculty, the Board of Trustees, and especially all of you who have worked so hard to get to this day. And those of you who have to suffer through my speech. So a couple of disclaimers. I've never done this before, so I'm definitely nervous. Also, I'm a chef. If I cuss, I apologize in advance. I'm going to try not to, but then again, I might slip. I do take this honor very seriously. So when I was invited, and keep in mind that I am not an academic until I guess now, the first question I wanted to address was, what the hell am I going to say to a bunch of smart people? So I YouTubed, at the advice of my daughter, a couple of commencement speeches. I only saw a couple, but they all kind of started with things like, I want to share what I wish I knew at my own graduation, but I didn't graduate, so here I am. My mom graduated the 4th grade. My dad graduated the 6th grade, and I graduated high school. So I guess that's a positive educational trajectory for our family. Here I am at Post University accepting this honor and presenting to this graduating class. And I think my mom and dad would have been extremely proud, but I also think they would have found themselves asking, John, what was in your cup of tea when you chose Michelle Nashawn to speak? Nevertheless, it's a great honor. And for like you guys, it's one of the greatest days of my life. So I have 3 pieces of advice because I know that that's my job today. And I'm going to share each in the context of stories where each nugget led to either a business model or a career path for me. So my first piece of advice is live your values. I feel pretty lucky to be where I am and what I've accomplished without much formal education. It certainly wasn't easy. I definitely don't recommend it, but it was my journey, and it was a long one, actually now almost 40 years. My grandfather called it the college of eyes open, ears open, mouth closed, and hands on. And he always stressed that mouth closed was very important, something that I was never really good at. But anyway, the college was his farm in Morley, Missouri, where I worked every summer, and that's where I learned how to grow plants, raise animals, respectfully, humanely steward their passing, and then turn all of that food into delicious meals. My parents and relatives were not well off, but we all knew the joy of a truly ripe tomato, which is a very delicious thing, the taste and smells of thoughtfully prepared meals, and how to feed each other well. When my parents fell on hard times, I had to leave home, had to get out, they had to downsize. I became a cook because I could, and I cooked my way into becoming a chef. Now, having lived on a farm and knowing what really good food tasted like, I was totally bummed out by the really, really pink and horribly bad tomatoes and other food that were available in some of the finest restaurants in Chicago back in the late 1970s. These were expensive places, and it was really hard to make people happy with really lousy ingredients. So this is kind of the first wall that I had hit in my professional career. A supply chain replete with bad food was a problem for me because my mother taught me to feed people well and to revel in that kind of validation that you get when they smile because you nailed it. People don't smile when you give them a shitty tomato. It's just not going to happen. So this bad food thing was my first real problem to solve too, and it was a big one. There was no local food movement, no farmers markets, no community gardens, not even a Whole Foods. There were corn, oat, wheat, and soy growers, and that was pretty much it. But I thought, hey, they're farmers, maybe they can grow tomatoes too. Maybe there's a business model here. So one February in 1981, I went out to the countryside in Oconomowoc, Wisconsin, and Teresa, thank you for acknowledging Vince Lombardi, the Green Bay Packers. My wife is from Milwaukee. Go Packers, sorry. Yeah, thank you. Anyway, I sat with them. We had coffee, we went through seed catalogs. I offered to pay them half in advance if they would plant me tomatoes, cucumbers that I could pickle, some basil, maybe some squash. And then I was going to pay them the other half when they delivered, and they said, no frickin' way, man. I am not going to deliver food. We're going to be harvesting oats and corn and soy and wheat. I'll grow it for you. I'll weed it for you. You got to come and get it. And let me tell you, when you're running a busy restaurant, picking your own food 30 miles away is a real pain in the ass. But hey, we did it, you know. And today, there is such thing as a local food movement. Farm-to-table restaurants and farmers markets in every state, food and supermarkets offering organic foods, and more than 4 varieties of really crappy vegetables, and it is possible to get a very ripe tomato today. So along with a few other dear friends and colleagues of mine, we lived our values, and now we see the outcomes of that. Second piece of advice is don't be afraid to be first. Not first to finish. Everybody kind of wants to do that. But the first, it's starting something that has yet to be done, something that doesn't exist. Third of the way through my journey, I hit the second wall in my career, and that's when my son, Chris, who is now many of your age, was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. And we learned the connection between food and human health. Food was no longer about deliciousness and making people happy. It actually became about life and death. If you don't eat right and you have diabetes, you're not going to be here very long. So we quickly changed our food strategy at home, only to find that we were feeding people at our restaurant things we wouldn't feed our family. And I needed to figure out some kind of a business model for that. So I took a risk. I opened a restaurant called Heartbeat in 1997, a restaurant of well-being based on local, organic, sustainable food, but no butter, no cream, no flour, no sugar. How do you make things delicious? And so many of my friends said, Michelle, this is career suicide. I had 3 small children. My income wasn't great. And I really was afraid of failing them. But I did it anyway, and we got 3 stars in the New York Times, which was awesome. But no stars in the New York Post. They accused us of being the food police. So we were controversial, which was awesome because we were busy. We were successful. All of a sudden, I was this kind of like vaunted expert, high on my success, and invited all these think tanks where people were talking about the global public health crisis of type 2 diabetes, the type you can actually prevent through food. And I also learned about the struggles of low-income families and how they face these diseases more than anybody else because they can't afford the simple ingredients to actually buy a ripe tomato. So I hit this other wall in my career. It's all about walls, by the way. I don't know if you guys are catching on to this. And it's a wall that says in bold, very obvious graffiti, there is no business model for the family of four that has $2 to spend on all four people for dinner tonight. So poverty was something that my family experienced during the farm years. My parents were on food stamps at one time, but because vegetables and other healthy foods were available to us because we knew how to grow them and we knew how to cook them, we ate well. We did okay. I never knew that poverty was something that would actually strip somebody of the most fundamental foundational right in the American Constitution, and that's the right of choice. The right to choose to feed your family well. So I felt this fire in my belly telling me that I had to come up with something about this thing that could not stand. But at the time, all I could feel was bummed. So bummed, I actually considered quitting. Really did. I lost a lot of sleep. But then a very dear friend and mentor of mine, Michael Batterberry, the late founder of Food and Wine magazine, introduced me to another soon-to-be dear friend and mentor, the late Gus Schumacher, who was a two-term Undersecretary of Agriculture in the Clinton years. We started working together to test our shared theory that the one true barrier that prevents people in poverty from making a healthy food choice is simply lack of affordability. So we raised money, started doubling food stamps when spent on fruits and vegetables at farmers markets and grocery stores. We created fruit and vegetable prescriptions so doctors could prescribe low-income patients the fruits and vegetables they need to avoid the horrors of type 2 diabetes. And in 2014 and now in 2018, we convinced Congress to pass baseline funding to fund the doubling of food stamps when spent on fruits and vegetables and fruit and vegetable prescriptions at clinics and public hospitals. In fact, yes, thanks. Yeah. Just happened. Thank you very much for that. And they named it after my late co-founder, Gus Schumacher. It's the Gus Schumacher Nutrition Incentive Program. So pretty impressive for a nonprofit on a $5 million a year budget, operating in 49 states. A lot of you guys finance people. Teresa, can you do the head math on dividing $5 million between 49 states? Basically, we MacGyvered it, man. Paper clips, duct tape, all of those things. Very disrupted, but pretty impressive. So both heartbeat and changing policy, for me, happened only because we weren't afraid to try to do something that hasn't been done before. My third piece of advice is know what you don't know. Know it. Know the things that you don't know. And enlist those who do. While we reached nearly 1 million people last year, we reached 1 million people struggling with food insecurity. 66 million Americans live at income levels so low they can't put broccoli on the table for dinner tonight. So now I've hit this, what I hope is truly the final barrier in my career, because I'm really getting tired of the barrier thing. I want that final wall to go away, and that's the fact that the philanthropic sector, for all of its good intent, is not going to solve this problem at scale. We have to create economic solutions and economic models that can actually address the parts of poverty that prevent somebody from feeding their family well. Now, to create the economic solution for poverty, every entry-level job in the United States would have to be $45,000 a year. Good luck with that. I think we're going to be facing poverty for a long time. But I do believe that through public policy, we can create an environment where someone can experience hard times, struggle with poverty, but still exercise their right of choice to choose to feed their families well. We've seen that policy can be inspired in those two farm bills. Now we have to scale it. So my next and hopefully final business model is a for-profit food company that will steer revenues to our food insecurity projects at Wholesome Wave so that we can address them at scale. We just started offering responsibly sourced, sustainably farmed, plant-based soups to Google's headquarters in Silicon Valley, to their 47,000 employees who eat 2.7 meals a day, 37% of which are vegan. And soon we're going to be offering that in scaled dining environments like hospitals, colleges, and universities. Sorry we missed you guys. We didn't get the soup to you. But we really believe that we're going to be successful. A company called Newman's Own inspired us, and you guys might know them a little bit. They have popcorn and pasta sauces and organic Oreo cookies called Numinos, and really great frozen pizza that they sell in grocery stores. And that for-profit company, by giving revenues to Newman's Own Foundation, has donated $500 million to charity in just a couple of decades. So we believe, yeah, good stuff. Buy their products, man. We believe that not only are we going to be successful, but because of the size of the marketplace that we're addressing, we really believe we're going to steer significant dollars to food insecurity. And we really believe that we can inspire other businesses to do the same. How about looking forward to ending food security as we know it? I think that we can do. Maybe we can't eliminate poverty, but everybody should be able to feed their families well. I have to admit, I'm a little nervous about this thing because there are a lot of things that I don't know about food service. A lot of people believe I am and should be the CEO of this company that we call Wholesome Crave, but I'm not. If Wholesome Crave was a company that was like 100 or 200 or 300 restaurants giving revenues to Wholesome Wave to support food insecurity, I could be the CEO of that. But as a chef in restaurants, the biggest batch of soup I ever made was 20 gallons. We just shipped 800 cases, which is 6 tons of soup made in 2,000-pound batches to Google. I can't do that. So our CEO is the former CEO of Newman's Own Food Company, a man who has decades of experience making large batches of food taste really, really delicious. So I do believe we're going to be successful, and if so, maybe a small modicum of that success will be because I was able to set my ego aside, know what I didn't know, and enlist somebody who did. So that's kind of it, know what you know. I have one final piece, and I promise I will close. And this is like my favorite thing because everybody's like, wow, what was your planning process? I never had a frickin' plan. Don't make your decisions in service to the plan. Make your decisions in service to your field. And your field includes your profession, your community, your friends, your colleagues, your environment, the place that you will call home, no matter where that will be after you guys split from here. But so many people are so incredibly concerned about crafting the perfect plan for their perfect vision, their train never leaves the station. Or by the time it leaves the station, the environment changed in the outside world, causing a track change, and they either have to stop the train or they derail. They can't go back because everybody else's train has left the station on that same good idea. So that's really probably the most important piece of advice I can give you. Don't obsess over the plan. I'm not saying never plan. I mean, if you find yourselves in Portland, Oregon, visit the food truck park. Plan to visit the food truck park. It's really awesome. If you find yourself in New York City, plan to visit Union Square Farmers Market. Incredible. Great food trucks, awesome local farmers. It's only open 3 days a week. That you have to plan for. But otherwise, learn from my late partner and a great human being, the late actor Paul Newman, the founder of Newman's Own Food, who said, if we had a plan, we'd be screwed. God bless you all. Go forward. Be successful.
I told you he was an amazing man. That's a great example of somebody that reached their mountaintop, but yet turned back around to help those in need. Thank you, Michelle. That was terrific. Now I would say it's your turn. Yes. I would like to now recognize and thank members of the university community who will be announcing the graduates' names today, starting with Don Kelly. Don, can you stand up? He's the program chair for Human Resources Management. Margaret DeMauro. Mike Greer, director of financial aid. I know. Everybody loves Mike. Joe Lodewick, director of assessment, who will assist the readers, and the registrar, Mitch Heck, who will assist the graduates with approaching the stage. You're down there somewhere? Yep, okay. And now I'd like to ask Dr. Johnson to come forward for the conferring of the degrees.
Thank you, President Hopkins. Some of you may have noticed the empty chair we have on stage with us today, to my right. This chair stands as a symbol of a dear friend and valued member of our post-university faculty who is not here with us today, our program chair for legal studies, Peter Chepia. We lost Peter earlier this year and miss his guiding hand and professorial mind dearly. Peter loved the celebration that is our commencement day, and he would be disappointed in us if we allowed it to be subdued in any way. And if he saw this face, he'd be so mad that I wasn't just... So rather than honor him with silence, I would ask us all to celebrate all that Peter gave to Post, to his students, to his colleagues, with a great round of applause. Thank you. Like you, your faculty look forward to this day and this celebration all year long. We know that the road to graduation is a long one, and it's often fraught with extreme challenges in and out of the classroom, competing priorities, and unexpected life events. Each of you has pushed through these to complete your education and earn your degree. Knowledge is an intangible, invaluable possession that no one can ever take from you. On behalf of your post-university faculty, those standing with me on stage, and those who were unable to attend in person, please know we are so proud of each and every one of you. Please join me in a collective celebration of our graduates. Now to the fun stuff. I'd like to ask Dr. Jeremy Bauer, Dean of the Malcolm Baldrige School of Business, to please come forward to do the honor of hooding our Masters of Business Administration degree candidates. So you're going to be right here hooding? Will the candidates for the Master of Business Administration degree please rise? President Hopkins, members of the Board of Trustees, and faculty members, as Provost, it is my distinct pleasure to present these candidates who have fulfilled the requirements for the Master of Business Administration degree.
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees and the State of Connecticut, I do hereby confer upon you the Masters of Business Administration degree with all of its rights, privileges, and honors.
Candace Arcidia Diacono. Christopher Beausoleil. Timothy Bergen, with distinction. L.J. Blunt. Maria Chukiyama. Michael Colucci. Timothy Cybulski. Lee Cruz Del Valle. Fernando Branco Jr. Amanda Ely. Barbara Fritz, with distinction. Guy Gaudiosi. Leonardo Gio. Antonio Gonzalez. Martina Goss. Kevin Hart. Darlene Hunter. Regina Jasmine. Gail Katz. Lisa Karam. Holly Kucharsik. Karen Lane. Joseph Lacara. Catherine Lineweaver. Ashley Massia. Umberto Marassi with distinction. Leandro Medel. Cynthia Miles. Elvin Melendez. Darina Mitchell. Rebecca Montanez. Irina Mula. Catherine O'Neill. Jamie Perez. Nashanta Pollard. Natalie Price. Michelle Pruitt. Suhaili Rivera. Jessica Rodriguez. Gina Marie Salvatore. Victoria Sanderson. Kumayu Sankofa. Sarah Schlicht. Bianca Scott. Isaac Scott. Michelle Sharp. Janice Susu, with distinction. Jenny Starr. Douglas Stuke. Trisha Suma.
Oh, come on.
Robert Swerbatowicz. Sean Sylvester. Emily Chahada. Michael Tawe. Rudo Thomas. Justin Urbano. Susan Wanyana. Corey Wilson.
Can I get a big round of applause for our MBA graduates? Please be seated. I'd now like to ask Dr. James Whitley, Dean of the John P. Burke School of Public Service and Education, to join Dr. Bauer in the hooding of the graduates for the Master of Science. Will the candidates for the Master of Science please rise? President Hopkins, member of the Board of Trustees, faculty members, it is my distinct pleasure to present these candidates who have fulfilled the requirements for the Master of Science degree.
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees and the State of Connecticut, I do hereby confer upon you the Master of Science degree with all of its rights, privileges, and honors.
Please come forward to be hooded and receive your degree. The hood is a symbol of your scholarly and professional achievements and marks your passage from student to master.
Nicole Blum. Len Brassel. Sarita Marie Braswell O'Neill. James Brennan with distinction. Mark A. Butkovich. Jacqueline D. Clark. Carlos Aurelio Colon. Nicole Ann De La Rosa. Samantha Dempsey. Ashanti Dennis. Jordan Lindsay Duncan. Heather Lynn Blaha. Taylor Ann Robinson. Cherie Kindy Antian. Jason Michael Gray. Petta Lawson.
Can I get, please, this is, okay, I apologize. Some confusion here. Congratulations to our MS graduates. I'd like to ask Dr. Whitley to remain in place in order to do the hooding of the graduates from the Master of Education degree. No? That was my confusion in the first place. I apologize, folks. There was a break in the students, and I lost track of our alphabet. We're continuing with the MS, excuse me.
Christina Langston. Emperatriz Mai Castillo. Cariann Mcdougal, CPA with distinction. Valerie Olivia Moore. Kelly Rose O'Keefe. Carl P. Palmer. Rashidah Priester. My beautiful and intelligent wife, Asia Lorraine Smith Greer, with distinction. Casey M. St. Louis. Alana Nicole Torres. Scott A. Towers. Darmok Tule Kumar Vida. Yahara T. Violo. Melissa Rodriguez. I'm going to mispronounce it. Carissa Wasikowski. Rashay Bladen Magundi.
So I'm going to confirm we have gotten all of our Masters of Science candidates across the stage. Okay. Then I would like an even bigger round of applause for our Master of Science graduates. And Dr. Whitley, will you please remain on stage with me to do the honor of hooding the graduates for the Master of Education degree. Will the candidates for the Master of Education degree please rise? President Hopkins, members of the Board of Trustees, and faculty members, it is my distinct pleasure to present these candidates who have fulfilled the requirements for the Master of Education degree.
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees and the state of Connecticut, I do hereby confer upon you the Master of Education degree with all its rights, privileges, and honors.
Please come forward to be hooded and to receive your degree. Again, the hood is a symbol of your scholarly and professional achievements and marks your passage from student to master.
Olga Maria Arbulu. Elizabeth Bartley. Nicole L. Bodwin, with distinction. Sonia K. Beetham. Kara Q. Case. Raquel Poutit. Jenny Chassé. Ashley Savar Freeman. Colleen Laurel Graham. Melissa Hare, with distinction. Tabitha Chiquita Hernandez. Alexander LaForest. Colleen Stephanie Langen, with distinction. Alexis Lee Malika, with distinction. Andrea M. Santos. Christy L. Schuler. Diana Lynn Sigmund. Megan Elizabeth Tanner. Soneri Tenasella. Ian J. Titus with distinction.
Can we please get a round of applause for all of our Masters of Education graduates? And Dean Whitley, again, please remain in place to do the honor of hooding the graduates for the Master of Public Administration degree. Will the candidates for the Master of Public Administration degree please rise? President Hopkins, members of the Board of Trustees, and faculty members, it is my distinct pleasure to present these candidates who have fulfilled the requirements for the Master of Public Administration degree.
By the authority vested in me, the Board of Trustees and the State of Connecticut, I do by here confer upon you the Master of Public Administration degree with all its rights, privileges, and honors.
Come forward to be hooded and receive your degree. Again, the hood is a symbol of your scholarly and professional achievements and marks your passage from student to master.
Charday Fonseca. Karen Gracie with distinction. Shayla Eunice Hernandez. Ebony Jackson. Jeffrey Paul McHugh. Ira Kala. Jessica Zavala.
Can we please get a round of applause for all of our Masters in Public Administration degree graduates? Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts degree please rise? President Hopkins, members of the Board of Trustees and faculty members, it is again my distinct pleasure to present these candidates who have fulfilled the requirements for the Bachelor of Arts degree.
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees and the state of Connecticut, I do hereby confer upon you the Bachelor of Arts degree with all its rights, privileges, and honors.
Catherine Alice Renato. Taylor Bennett, summa cum laude, honors program distinction. Nalika O'Blair. Robert Plord. Amber Rose Thompson Newth. Caitlin Justice. Tyrell Simon, magna cum laude, honors program distinction.
Can we please get a round of applause for our Bachelor of Arts graduates? And now will the candidates for the Bachelor of Science please rise? Listen to those chairs. President Hopkins, member of the Board of Trustees, faculty members, it is my distinct pleasure to again present these candidates who have fulfilled the requirements for a Bachelor of Science degree.
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees and the state of Connecticut, I do hereby confer upon you the Bachelor of Science degree with all its rights, privileges, and honors.
May I ask that all but the front row that is being led to the stage please stay seated so that your families and friends can see the stage. Thank you.
Teresa Maragon, summa cum laude, honors program with distinction. Andreas Time. Leah Adam. Mohammed Awadallah. Tiffany Baldino. Cameron Barbieri. Magna cum laude, honors program with distinction. Jessica Bergen, magna cum laude, honors distinction. Paul Kowalski Bossardet, honors program. James Peter Body, summa cum laude, honors program distinction. Allison Burasa, magna cum laude, honors program. Akia S. Column, magna cum laude, honors program distinction. John Cartagena Jr. Dwayne Anthony Carter, magna cum laude. Melissa Castro. Stefan Sacconi. Samantha Faye Cohen, cum laude, honors program. Jonathan Compress. Angie Elizabeth Cook. John Costa. Letty DaCosta. Carly Aravena. Logan D'Agostino, magna cum laude. Giovanna Dianiz, cum laude, honors program distinction. Jake DeLucio, magna cum laude, honors program. Devin Day, cum laude, honors program distinction. Leslie R. Dennis. Gabrielle Bianca Di Pasquale. Devin Christopher Desick. Rafael Buddy Enriquez. Brandon Omar Escalante. Quentin John Falkowski. Jennifer Lynn Farrell. Francesco Ferro, Honors Program. Ariel Chanel Fulton, Honors Program Distinction. Levi Tyone Gillespie. Anthony Libero Gizzi. Tyler Thomas Grant, magna cum laude, honors program distinction. Tyrell Green. Christopher Harris. Daniel Matthew Hartnett. Tyler Hayward. Mitchell Hill. Xianyi Huang, Honors Program. Angela Elizabeth Hughes, cum laude, Honors Program Distinction. Madison Shea Hunziker, magna cum laude, Honors Program Distinction. Tyler John Johnson, magna cum laude, Honors Program. Eric E. Jones, magna cum laude. Dylan Cole Kaufman, magna cum laude, Honors Program Distinction. Hannah Klissenbauer, magna cum laude, Honors Program. Nasir Livermore, Honors Program. Vincent Charles Lombardi. Antonio Lopez Woodworth, cum laude, Honors Program. Benjamin Michael McKenna. Gabriella Courtney Middleton. Brian Minahan, Cum Laude Honors Program. Mateo Moro, Cum Laude Honors Program. Michael Robert Munson, Honors Program Distinction. Sarah Namazi, Cum Laude Honors Program Distinction. Elizabeth Ocasio, Summa Cum Laude Honors Program Distinction. Thomas Okras, Cum Laude. Thomas Jacob Ouellette, Magna Cum Laude Honors Program Distinction. Zachary Pereira. Ladarius O'Keefe Phillips. Brett Pizaneski. Yvonne Rayavats, Magna Cum Laude Honors Program. Dondre Jovan Roden. Valerie Ann Ricotta, Honors Program. Alexandra Rodriguez, Cum Laude, Honors Program Distinction. Saviel Rodriguez. Peter LaSalle, Honors Program, Cum Laude. Brianna Marie Root, Cum Laude, Honors Program Distinction. Brian Patrick Rossetti. Julio Ravelio, Magna Cum Laude Honors Program Distinction. Brittany Page Roy, cum laude. Hillary Naomi Santiago. Juliana Siebra. Matthew Sicard, cum laude, honors program distinction. Igor Torres Silva, magna cum laude, honors program distinction. Aldi Stringa, magna cum laude, honors program. Shanapas Susensna, honors program. Dominique C. Tatus, honors program distinction. Armando Torres, cum laude and honors program. Elias Armando Torres, cum laude honors program. Michaela Lee Tyler. Jason Anthony Van Shaften, magna cum laude, honors program distinction. Wang Yu Chao. Taylor Wei, summa cum laude, honors program distinction. Garrett Weitzel, cum laude, honors program distinction. Aaron Wester. Elizabeth Williamson. Hope Elizabeth Wilson. Stephen Woodfield. Alexa Marlene Wooden, cum laude, honors program distinction. Sasha Winter.
Can we get a round of applause for all of our Bachelor's of Science degree graduates? We do have one more very patient group of students who are looking to come up here. Will the candidates for the Associate of Science degree please rise? President Hopkins, members of the Board of Trustees, and faculty members, it is again my distinct pleasure to present these candidates who have fulfilled the requirements for the Associate of Science degree.
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees in the state of Connecticut, I do hereby confer upon you the Associate of Science degree with all its rights, privileges, and honors.
Temi S. Aminu, high honors. Darylyn K. Byers. Giovanni Marlon Moreno. Janelle Smith.
Can we get a round of applause for all of our graduates today?
Graduates, please rise. And please put on your mortarboards if you haven't done so already. Please grab the tassel on your mortarboard. To mark your passage from student to graduate, you may now switch your tassel from right to left. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the post-university class of 2019. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, the leadership team, the faculty and staff, and our entire Post family, congratulations to these graduates, and I would say to you all that you now have an opportunity to make a difference in this world. Please go out and do wonderful things. Innovate, create, lead, and do it as servant leaders. At this time, I would like to ask the Reverend Joseph Chabot to return to the podium and deliver the benediction. Please all rise.
Congratulations once again to all the graduates today. Let us close today's ceremony in the same manner in which we began. Let us pray. Hear, O God, and listen to the words of my mouth. You, O God, are the creator of all things seen and unseen. It was in your image that you created mankind, and of this creation you said, I call them very good. I therefore echo your words with these graduates today, and I call them very good. I ask that you, O God, would guide them through the challenges that are ahead of them, that you would protect each of them with your divine protection, that they would desire to be in your presence and glorify you with the work that they do and the life that they live, and with their service to fellow man. Oh God, I ask that you bless their family and friends. I ask that you bless the faculty and the administration and staff of Post University. Lord, may the Lord bless you. May he keep you. May the Lord shine his face upon you and be gracious to you. And may he give you peace. I ask this in the name of Christ. Amen.
Before we conclude our ceremony, I do have two quick announcements. First, the event today would not have been possible without the dedication, creativity, and get-it-done mentality of our Director of Events, Bob Sembianti. He took a vision and he made it a reality. Can we please get a round of applause as a thank you for his hard work? Second, I'd like you to be aware that the street in front of the Palace Theater will be blocked off to traffic for the next 30 minutes in celebration of our post-university graduates. After the recessional, please plan to meet your graduate there. So please egress directly out of the building and meet your graduate on the street. Thank you.
Yes, sure.
If you could please remain in your seats until the dais, faculty, and students have left, we would like to meet you out there. Thank you.
This concludes the 2019 Post-University Commencement Ceremony.